Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Celina Pereira. I love makeup and I'm from Sydney, Australia. Today's video is going to be a full face first impressions, hence why I have no makeup except for brows on. So a lot of the makeup that is in front of me is things that were in my haul of hauls video. Everything else is products that I have purchased along the way that I haven't tried yet. So a few things I purchased while I was in LA at the beginning of July, and a couple of other bits and pieces that I had pre-ordered that have arrived in between then and now. Now guys, all the products that I have here in front of me I've never tried. I haven't touched them. I've just taken them out of their external unit packaging, so I'm really excited to try all this out. I've got a mix of brushes, of all different types of makeup. There's only a couple of products that I don't have anything new for, which I will talk about in a minute. But without further ado, before I get into this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and make sure that you like this video if you enjoy it. And let's get right into this full face of first impressions. And before I go into the eyes, because I usually do the eyes first, I'm going to moisturize my skin, and I always moisturize a little bit before, that way you can kind of sink into the skin. So I'm going to use, this is the OFRA and Kim Tai collaboration, and it is the Wanderlush moisturizer. It does have like a smell to it, so that's kind of strange. It almost looks like an icing out of like a jar kind of consistency, but we'll see what this is like. Alright, first impressions, it does feel quite nice on the skin. It kind of has after feeling like a residue almost, but not in a bad way, but it's got a really interesting feel. So I'm going to move on to the eyes. I don't have anything new to use in terms of an eyeshadow primer, so I'm just going to use my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden. I'm just going to apply a little bit of translucent powder over and I'm just using Marc No Colour Powder. Coloured Rain Queen of Hearts palette. This palette, I believe it was Jaclyn Hill that kind of made this palette famous. This was originally supposed to be a limited edition palette. Basically everyone went crazy for it. It sold out so quickly, so it's now permanent in the Coloured Rain collection in their line. Now I do have a couple of single shadows from Coloured Rain, so I know that they already have amazing quality in terms of their shadows. I'm first going to go into the shade Hair, which is this beautiful transition shade. This is a Morphe R40 brush, and I'm just going to take that into the crease as a bit of a transition shade. Alright, next I'm going to go into the shade here, which is Royal Prerogative. And I'm going to go in with that same brush, the Morphe R40. Wow, these blend out so beautifully. Very pigmented. So they're the same quality as like their single shadows. So if you've got any of their singles, the palette is just as good. Alright, now going in over here to the shade Duchess. And I'm going to take that on a smaller brush. And this is a Morphe R37 brush. Again in the same area, but I'm just going to keep this a little bit lower. The other two shades, we brought them kind of high up into the crease. This one I want to make sure it's kind of a bit lower. Hardly any effort at all. I really think that if you're a beginner, these shadows are great because they kind of blend themselves. Alright, now I'm going to go into this beautiful bright orange shade here, which is called Empress. And it actually looks a lot brighter on camera than what it does in real life. It looks more of like a burnt orange, but on camera it looks like a really bright, vibrant orange in the crease. Because I just want to bring a little bit more warmth. I feel like it's getting a little bit too cool toned for my liking. I mean, it's not cool, it's pretty neutral, but I like that really nice burst of warmth. And back with my R40 and just blending that out. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease, and today I'm going to take my MAC, what's this, the Select Cover Up Concealer, and put that on the back of my hand. And I'm going to use, for that, this is a concealer brush, it's a MAC 248 brush. And I'm just going to take that and just cut the front part of the crease. I'm going to go ahead and take this shadow here called Crown, and I'm going to use my Dose of Colour shader brush because I don't want it to be like too crazy intense. And that is beautiful on the lid, that's stunning. It's a little bit more chunky, a little bit more powdery, but that's pretty normal with more shimmery shades. I'm going to go back in with my R37 and I'm just going to go into the shades Royal Prerogative, Duchess and Empress. And I'm just going to mix those three, and I'm just going to put this in the outer corner just to help blend between that white shade Crown and with the outer corner of the eye, because I don't want like a harsh finish. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the glitter, and I'm doing the glitter a little bit different to what I usually do. I'm first going to go in with this shade here called Your Majesty, and it's this really stunning gold glitter. This is like more of a foiled shade, so it picks up differently. It's like a normal shimmer. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of my Mario Badescu spray, and I'm going to spritz the brush, and then I'm actually going to apply like the glitter in this area here. So I don't want it in the inner corner. So I'm going to go over the top with another glitter, but that's really, really pretty. You'll see it a little bit more in this eye because the way the camera is angled, but this is a stunning, stunning shade. So now that I have that on, I am going to go ahead and put some glitter on, which I'm really excited for. Now the glitters that I want to use today are in this palette that I created. This is just a palette from Tarte that I've got my pressed glitters in, and these glitters are all from Glitter Injections. Now Glitter Injections has had a little bit of controversy because of mold in their glitters, and it's something to do with the fact that the glitters are handmade or something. I really don't know. You sweat a little bit, but also because the pans are so big that there isn't a lot of room for them to breathe, so they do sweat a little bit on the mirror, which it really isn't a big deal. They're just so pretty. They're stunning. This pan here, this is Toasted Rainbow, and I think I'm going to mix the coppery shade with the gold shade that's right next to it. I think I'm going to try that. Alright, I'm going to take this brush here. This is a Morphe M560 brush. I'm first going to grab some glitter glue. This is the Eye Candy liquid sugar glitter adhesive. I'm going to put this actually on the eye directly first, but I actually don't mind that. That's really pretty. Okay, I like that. I'm getting no fallout. I had a little bit of fallout with the foiled shade from the Color RAINE palette. Alright guys, we are back, and I'm going to start on with the face. So to prime, I'm going to go ahead and take the J.ONE Jelly Pack. This I purchased when I was in LA. Nikki Tutorials that spoke about it, and I went on the hunt and I found it at a Sephora. So I bought it. I haven't tried it yet, and I've been really wanting to. Oh, okay, interesting. So it looks like this. It's got a very jelly consistency. I'm really scared now. Okay. Alright, we're going in for it. Okay. It's super sticky. So I see why Nikki Tutorials likes it. That's good though for makeup application. So we will see how that makes the makeup last. So I'm going to take for foundation. There was a few that I wanted to try today, but I'm going to try the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. This one's in the shade 6 Medium. Taking about 2 pumps. And a little bit. Those of you that follow my channel, you know that I like doing this, so I'm going to put in a couple of drops of my Kiehl's Daily Rubbing Concentrate. Alright, I'm going to take for one side of my face the Tarte Airbrush Foundation Brush. This is my new foundation brush, and honestly, I can't put it down. It is so beautiful, and it's like, look, I blended my foundation out so quickly. It's actually a very sheer foundation. I'm quite surprised. I thought it was going to be a little bit more full coverage. So I'm going to take my beauty blender as well, my dampened beauty blender, and I'm going to try that out. The beauty blender gave me no coverage, so that's a no for this foundation. With the beauty blender, I'm going to stick to a brush for this foundation. It's super sheer and not really doing my skin any favors. You can see all of my scarring. I don't know if you can see with the lights, but in real life, you can see all of my scarring, and it's almost picking up all my dry patches. And I'm going to try letting it sit there for a second, because sometimes if you let your foundation sit and kind of semi-dry out, it will actually give you a bit more coverage. In the meantime, I am going to apply some lashes. These are from House of Lashes. They're the style Spellbound. I'm now going to go ahead and just blend out that foundation that it's had a little bit of time to set. And yes, it does definitely give me much more coverage doing that. So I know this does have buildable coverage, which is good. But from the outset, this is a more sheer foundation. So I'm going to have to test this out a little bit more to really see if I love it or not. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and conceal. And I do have a concealer to try out. This is the NYX HD Concealer. And this one's in the shade 4 Beige. And I bought this when I was in LA. Well, colour's a little bit dark for what I usually would go for a concealer. Now in the meantime, I'm going to cream contour, and I'm going to use a Morphe concealer. I bought this when I was actually at the Morphe store. The shade Fudge. So I'm just going to, on this side, use my beauty blender. So far it's blending out quite nicely. Wow, that's actually really nicely blending out. Alright, well this will be the real test, is on the cheekbone. But see, this is the issue that I usually have with blending out with the Beauty Blender, is that it does kind of travel a bit down. This is a Morphe M512 brush, and I'm going to use that to blend out the rest of the contour. And this is also just a lot quicker. Like, so now they're both blended out. I think they both look great. I don't really see a huge difference in both sides. I think you can kind of use both interchangeably. I'm just going to add a little smidgen more contour just over here. I feel like I lost a little bit too much over there. Alright, now I want to go ahead and do the actual concealer that's on my face. So I'm going to start off with my Beauty Blender in all the areas that I've highlighted. So like the center of my forehead, the nose, the chin, and the Cupid's bow. I'm also going to go ahead and use my Beauty Blender for one eye. And then the other eye, I want to use my brush. Wow, that blends out really beautifully. Wow, that is stunning, that concealer. My Morphe G40 for the other side. Now, yeah, you definitely get a little bit more coverage when it comes to using a brush. However, I actually kind of like the finish more with a Beauty Blender. But I'm liking my base so far. I actually think it looks really beautiful. So I want to go ahead now and powder. And I'm going to start off with using my RCMA No Color Translucent Powder, just because I don't have any other new translucent powders to use. I'm going to do a little bit of a cream highlight. So this is from Marc Jacobs. It's the Do You Dewdrops. And I want to use some of these and do a bit of like a highlighting moment. So I'm just take some of this on the Beauty Blender. I'm just going to apply this to the high areas of the face. Wow, that's really pretty. This is definitely a little bit more natural looking, but this is really beautiful. Blending out really, really nicely. This is stunning. I'm going to go ahead and go to my Pure 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Makeup. This is in the shade Light Tan. This is my Morphe E41 brush. And I'm just going to set the rest of my skin with this. So now I want to go ahead and bronze. And I first want to take Bronzing Duo from Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, for starters, look at this packaging. Is it not beautiful? This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight Kit. This one's in the shade Medium. It does look a little bit light for me, the bronzing shade. M527 brush. And I'm going to go into that Sculpt shade. It actually goes on the skin a little bit darker than what it looks like in the pan, which is great. What I like about it, it's quite neutral. Like, it's not too red or warm, and it's also not too grey. Like, it's a really good in-between. I do want to deepen up this bronzer a little bit, so I'm going to take the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in the shade Tantastic. This was from the Coconut Collection, and I'm going to use a Morphe M143. Contour with this shade. That's really pretty. Ooh. Apply some blush. This one's from Marc Jacobs as well. It's the Flesh and Fantasy Air Blush. That's what she looks like there. I kind of like to apply my blush kind of towards the back, like kind of up here. Marc Jacobs Setting Spray. What's this actually called? This is the Recover Perfecting Coconut Setting Mist. Ooh. Alright, I don't like the spritzer on this. Oh no. Now I want to highlight. These are both from JOUER. I've got the shade Citrine. That's what Citrine looks like. They're very pretty, very champagne gold. And then I have the shade Skinny Dip. Very pretty as well. So that's what they look like side by side. I think I'm going to take Skinny Dip and then take Citrine on top, because I'm a little bit extra like that. It looks like the M510, but it's just in the Rose Gold collection. And I'm just going to apply that just to the tops of my cheekbone. Ooh. I've also got the dewdrops underneath, which is also going to make it look probably a little bit more golden. This is very nice. I'm going to put a little bit of Citrine on top. Ooh. Oh my goodness. That is stunning. That is beautiful. Citrine is my favourite just because it is a little bit lighter, so it does suit my skin a little bit better. But Skinny Dip is beautiful too. I just think that if you're a little bit more tan, it's going to look nicer on you. I think that when I have more of a tan, I'm going to like that one more. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my lower lash line. I'm going to mix Empress, Duchess and Royal Prerogative. I'm going to take those underneath the eye. I'm just going to highlight the brow bone a little bit as well. Highlighting and bronzing kit from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to take that highlight shade and use it as an inner corner highlight. Brow bone as well. That's really pretty. This could almost be like my new brow bone highlighting highlight. Like a highlight just for the brow bone. Like, that's extra, but why not? Now last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and do lips. So this is a new lipstick formula that I've never tried before. This is the GERARD Cosmetics Hydra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Everything Nice. The formula of these liquid lips remind me a lot of the Huda Beauty ones. They're very liquidy, which I actually really like. I find that when they're liquidy, they're a little bit more pigmented, and I feel like they're a little bit more lightweight, and they kind of layer better. This is the final full face of First Impressions look. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun filming this video. I've never done like a full face of First Impressions. I uploaded recently the Fenty Beauty review and First Impressions. I liked the majority of the products that I tried. There's a couple of things I'm going to have to keep using and keep trying to see if I really like. But I'm really, really impressed. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section down below if there's anything you guys want me to try out or anything that you guys liked or didn't like. Saw a product in here that you've tried and that you also love, please let me know. Now, if you guys want to, I guess, keep posted with me to see if I continue using these products, and the best place for you to go is to my other social media. So go to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. That all is Celina J. Pereira. I tend to post more often there what I'm using on my regular basis, so you'll be able to see what products that I'm loving and what I'm not loving. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Mwah.